What's going on, everyone? Timothy at Time and Refinement. Another beautiful September day. Been getting some rain the past couple days. It's been absolutely beautiful. And today I wanted to give some advice on how to be a good friend. When you know you're being a good friend, how to be a better friend, and how you can help other people in need. And again, I really need to start narrowing and niching these videos down a little bit more because I feel like I blanket sweep a lot of different things, and I want to really pinpoint some topics a little bit more than I have been. But again, topic today is how to be a friend, how to be a better friend, how to be a good friend. So I was that type of guy growing up that I wanted to be friends with everybody. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it was childhood or trauma, mommy issues, daddy issues, whatever you want to call it. And I just wanted to be friends with everybody. I wanted to be accepted, and I didn't necessarily care if I got the same in return or even just a little snippet in return. And that transpired into my adult life, and it got me burned out really quick, and it got me resentful towards people. I hated a lot of people. I got, again, burnt out. I didn't want to hang around people, and if I did, then it was like, what can I offer this person versus just hanging out, which is what I do now with my buddies. There's not as much a standard to hit per se. You know, I can just hang out with my friends and just hang out. We can chat. There's no anxiety. There's no status to hold. Nothing like that. So I know a lot of us get burned out with hanging around people, our social batteries, etc. And I just want to say that when you have a solid group of friends that you can call your homies, like you can call at 3 a.m., that's what life's about. And it doesn't, you don't have to work for it. You don't have to work to earn someone's affection, to earn your buddy's love. You don't have to do any of that. You know, quality time is always going to be one of those things where it's going to be one of the most important to give to somebody, especially your homies, especially your good friends. And this whole idea of people secluding themselves now, people not wanting to go out, not wanting to have friends, I get it. I understand. I understand both sides. I always understand both sides to many perspectives that I talk about. So people feel burnt out. They feel they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to do anything. Again, they don't want to get hurt. And they don't want to have any expectation of themselves or of other people. And I just want to say that I understand, but it's a very lonely road. It's very, very lonely to not have anybody you can confide in or be with. And I know people in my personal life that are like that, and I do my best to reach out to them. No pressure. But some people are just like that. Some people are okay being alone for the most part, but I do still think that if there's someone in their life that cares about them, I think that needs to blossom into something a little bit more than just checking up on that person. So, step one to be a good friend and being a better friend is, in my opinion, just a quick text message. Doesn't have to be a call. Doesn't have to be a text message. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be a handwritten letter. It doesn't have to be an email. Just a quick text message. Hey, thinking about you. Hope you're doing good. You know? It doesn't have to blossom anything into anything more than that. You know, you don't have to have all of these people that you're talking to all the time. I mean, I'm a perfect example of somebody that talks to a lot of people, and I do my best to keep my distance. Not in a negative way, but just I can't handle emotionally talking to all these people all day long and creating conversation, you know. Quick check-ins, you know. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thinking about you. That type of thing. It means more than people think. I really truly believe that. I mean, I can think back on the times, even just recently, of people checking in on me. You know, there's very few people that do check in. I'm usually the one that checks in more. That's another topic. But there's people that'll check up on me. Hey, thinking about you, praying about you, whatever. And it really, really sticks well with me. It's really awesome. So this whole idea of seclusion and being by yourself, I think can be unhealthy to a point. Hopping on Discord with your friends, playing video games is awesome. But it doesn't take away, it takes away from that one-on-one interaction, that one-on-one session, chatting, just shooting the crap, shooting the breeze until 1 a.m., 2 a.m., that type of thing. So I think a step that we can take as human beings is do our darndest to step out of our comfort zone just a little bit, and just smile, say hi to that person, strike up a conversation in line, even if you are an introvert, because people do really care for others. I'm looking at an optimistic point of view. There's a lot of people that'll look at the cynical point of view about this topic, about human beings are selfish, which we are. Human beings are innately selfish and harmful and are only out for themselves and only care about themselves. Well, you have to. You have to a point. But to find true fulfillment, I think we have to have people in our life that we care about. I really do. I think it takes away from the ego. It takes away, it knocks the pride down. And it allows us to think of someone else besides ourselves. I can't necessarily give you examples of people that have insane amount of money and are super lonely. But I do know a lot of retired people that are lonely and depressed and have anything and everything they could ever want for. And they're very grumpy and grouchy. And I think it's because their family isn't in their life. So, step 1. Try thinking of that person that you might know is struggling. Might blossom into something more. But you can't force friendships, just like you can't force relationships. So just because you might want to be friends with somebody doesn't necessarily mean that other person wants to be friends with you. And guess what? That's okay. It's okay that they don't want to be friends with you. We're here on this earth to help others. We're here to replenish. And we're here to make the earth a little bit better than we found it, in my opinion. So, I think of that as going back to my childhood again. Having a lot of acquaintances growing up, but I was never really close to them. Even still, I'll run into people that I've known for a long time. And I have to distance myself and be like, there's a reason the friendship and relationship didn't happen back then. So why would I try to force something now? Because I have those handful of people that I can call my homies. Even if it is just a couple, just a few. And we can't handle more than that, to be honest with you. In really close proximity, really close friendships on a very personal and deep level. You can be there for a lot of people, but that doesn't mean you have to be vulnerable with all those people either. So, again, we're lacking the friendships these days, in my opinion. We're lacking those close connections. We're lacking vulnerability. And vulnerability goes hand in hand with, again, romantic relationships as well as friendships. So, that would be a good first step, in my opinion. And I've had to learn the hard way. A lot of different times. I've had a lot of people stab me in the back. A lot of people just kind of take because they can. But that doesn't mean we should stereotype every single person that comes into our life, because those people that are good and wholesome and great people are going to get the brunt of it from us because we assume that they're like the last person. And that's not true at all. And we can't do that. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to the other people. It's not fair to yourself. So anyway, that's what I got for today. I encourage you guys to cultivate those friendships that you may have or are wanting. I encourage you to check up on those people that might need checking up on. And I also encourage you to spend some time with yourself and enjoy the time with yourself instead of constantly doom scrolling or checking your phone or staying busy like I do. So anyway, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Again, I'm kind of digging this cinematic kind of landscape shot. It's a little bit nicer than what I've had in the past. So anyway, appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for all the watch and subscribe. Look forward to the next episode. And I hope you all have a blessed day. Cheers.